boys, it's Thursday. Now the really ironic thing about this video is that I just had to tear myself away from my internet friends in order to make a video about my internet friends. I also just rewatched all your videos and my notes look like this, so if this video is a bit like jumpy around-y, then it's not my fault, it's yours. No, it's my fault for being at the end of the week. Sorry. We'll go in order of things you talked about. Why do I have to organize these so much? You guys just talk. Gosh. Okay, well, number one, wrapping up the alcohol discussion, I agree with Spencer and Jeff about moderation, and also it's not so much fun if you're throwing up, because why would you want to throw up? But I also totally understand what James said on Monday about not having any interest in alcohol whatsoever. I know that I had none until I turned 18, and that was primarily because it was illegal, but also just no interest. I still have very little interest in it. I mean, why would you need to drink when you can have pants-off dance-off parties on Skype? As for valuing moderation and whether they did so in the past, I feel like it's not so much that they valued moderation then, as they had fewer opportunities to do things in excess. Because of, I don't know, they had less money and things were produced in smaller quantities, and does that make sense? Anyway, moving on to what I really want to talk about, which is internet friends. I'm pretty new to the whole internet friends thing. I've been on the internet for quite a long time, obviously, but even when I did Neopets and stuff, I never actually met new people, I just interacted with the people I already knew. And I'm not sure why that is, but maybe I just didn't have the dedication or the time or my own computer necessary to spend lots and lots of time on the internet getting to know these people. And now that I have all three of those things, I've found that YouTube is a much easier way to meet people because it's actually just like meeting them in 3D because you can see their face and they talk to you. And so far I'm finding this whole internet friends thing interesting because it's quite different to any other friendship I've experienced, but at the same time it's really basically the same thing. And often I find it really hard to imagine that we actually haven't met in 3D, simply because I feel like I know you guys so well. But we haven't, and mostly I'm just finding it hard to come to terms with that fact, and the fact that we possibly won't ever see each other in 3D, and really, that makes me sad. And it's not because we won't ever get to hang out, because we do hang out. We hang out a lot. Mostly it's about the hugs. I like hugs. I want hugs from my internet friends. Okay, moving on from that somewhat depressing topic. Because I've changed schools and moved a lot, I have experienced actually not having any friends at all, really. And I found that that only makes me appreciate the friends that I have all the more. And I'm always so happy when I realize that the people that I'm friends with actually like me as much as I like them. It's just a wonderful feeling. Okay, so we'll see if I can talk about something a little more concrete for the last little part of this video. Textual communication. I generally don't have that much trouble with textual communication. I quite enjoy it, partly because I can plan out what I'm going to say, and there are things that you can say in specific ways in textual communication that you can't really in verbal communication, and that are often quite fun. Pants-off dance-off parties might be an example of that. One thing that I do find interesting though is that I feel like I adapt my way of talking in textual communication depending on who I'm speaking to. One other thing I wanted to say about communication with regards to groups and things, I found that the group chats and things that we've had really are a great way to get to know people better, because just because there's more people to A, keep the conversation going, and B, just bounce stupid stuff off each other. And okay, so maybe stupid's the wrong word, let's go with silly. The more silly you are around other people that you're just getting to know, the better you get to know them and the more comfortable you feel with them. And so I feel like group chats are excellent. Except for the fact that I often find that they end up making me stay up really late, but that's a whole other issue. And okay, I feel like I've talked enough now, and hopefully that was somewhat coherent and cohesive and ordered. Anyway, the main things I want you to take away from this are 1. I like friends, 2. I like hugs, and 3. I dislike internet friends because they cannot give me hugs. But 4. I like internet friends a lot anyway because it's not your fault. So meanwhile, I'm sending you all big virtual hugs because I like you guys, and I will see James doing a challenge tomorrow. And if it's the challenge I hope it is, then it's going to be good.